All right, in this video I want to explain why can we say this? Why can we say that this limit is approximately that limit? Why can we do that? I'll use a table to explain this. But before I do that, let me explain a key fact. Key fact. All right, so notice that 10 to the 1, as we know, is 10, is a 1 with 1 0 after it. 10 squared, as we know, is 100. This is a 1 with 2 zeros after it. So 10 squared is a 1 with 2 zeros after it. All right, 10 cubed. 10 cubed is a 1 with 3 zeros after it. Another way to verify this, right, is this is 10 times 10 squared, which is 10 times 100. If you did the math, you would see that that's exactly that. All right, so what do you think 10 to the 4th is? 10 to the 4th is a 1 with 4 zeros after it. How about 10 to the 10th? Right, 10 to the 4th was 10,000. Make that more like a comma there. All right, so 10 to the 4th was a 1 with 4 zeros after it. 10 to the 10th is a 1 with 10 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a pretty big number. Let's see, that's hundreds, thousands, millions, 10 billion. All right, so 10 to the 10, 10 to the 10, let's see, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions. 10 to the 10 is 10 billion. So what do you think 10 to the 20 is? That's big, right? That's so big we don't even have a name for it. That's big. All right. Equals big number. If I had that much money in the bank, I'd be the richest man on earth. But because I get to teach you, I'm also the richest man. All right, so rich in, all right, enough. Stop being a goofball. Okay, so 1, if x is 1, x squared is 1, x cubed is 1. If x is 10, then we have 100, and we have 10 cubed, which we said was 1,000. Okay, 100 is 10 squared. So 10 squared squared is 10 to the 4th. 10 to the 4th was 10,000. 1 with 4 zeros. 10 squared to the cubed, let's see, that's 10 squared cubed, that's 10 to the 3 times 2 is 6, that's a 1 with 6 zeros. 6. Right, that's a million. Okay, 10 to the 10, so 10 squared, 10 to the 10 squared is 10 to the 2 times 10, that's 10 to the 20. Ten to the 10 cubed, that's 10 to the 3 times 10, that's 30, 10 to the 30, that's huge, right? Remember, 10 to the 20 was gigantic, but 10 to the 30 is even bigger. So 10 to the 20 squared is 10 to the 20 times 2, 10 to the 40. 10 to the 20 cubed, let's see, 20 times 3, that's 10 to the 60. Gigantic. Gigantic, so big it's ridiculous. So, now if you think about it, right, 10 to the 60. So, as x gets huge, as x approaches infinity, as x gets gigantic, x cubed is so big that x squared is insignificant. Just insignificant. And so because as x gets huge, x cubed is just so much bigger than x squared. So much bigger than x squared. That's why we can say that these limits are basically the same.